I think it was a wonderful event. There are a lot of award shows, and sometimes they get to be very similar. So today was really good because I think the format is really different from all other award shows. Two of the things that I think probably are best about this event was number one, it was a live presentation. So you really need to stand up there and then really defend and then communicate your story in a live environment, which is not easy. So I think that was really great. The other one is the interactivity of the format. So the fact that judges get to ask and clarify is really, really good. But the other good point about it is that even the audience can ask questions, and that allows everybody to kind of share and then learn from experiences of the advertisers as well as the agencies that present. So I think all in, that made it a nice casual kind of format. It wasn't too intense, but really helped to learn and discover a lot more about other brands. I think there's a high quality of really good marketing and advertising minds based on the presentations that were done today. I personally was quite impressed with a lot of work that was done. Sometimes you as a consumer don't get to see everything, and today it was really refreshing to see some of the ideas which were really creative, and the presentations were really high quality. I think well thought through in terms of the campaigns that were done and as well as how they were presented. So all in, I think a very good list of campaigns, presenters, and really interesting ideas that were presented today.
I think it was a great event in the sense that it was very informative for me, and it was also very engaging. Some of the keynote speakers delivered messages that make sense to any marketeer working in Malaysia. So for me, it was a very positive outcome for me. The reason that I come here and be a judge to this kind of event is because I think I need to get an understanding what is the Malaysia marketing landscape like today, what are the capabilities of not just the categories that I work with, but also the categories that other companies are working in. So it pretty much tells me what is the field of play out here. The second reason is obviously getting to know some of these insights adds value to my own personal knowledge. So not do I only get to know about what my competitors and other companies are also doing from a creative content, from a strategic context. I also get to find out personally, so it's a value addition for me either way that you look at it. It's been wonderful being here. I would like to single out Ham for his fantastic contribution in making this event possible. I think that's the standout part for me. For him being able to draw such quality people, both from Celcom and also the other speakers who were presenters and all, which is just great to see. So if this happens here again, I'll certainly be keen to be back.
The event is pretty interesting. It's good to see a lot of interesting talents sharing interesting campaigns, and this is quite a unique session whereby the audiences are able to interact with the presenters, and it gives an opportunity to the presenters to present a case. So I think it's quite a unique experience for everyone. What is interesting is how the presenters bring their campaigns to life to the audiences here, especially to the judges who are actually about to give them some ratings. All right, sometimes the campaigns are not well represented through audio-visual or just through a score sheets. So it gives an opportunity for the presenters to tell their own story behind the campaigns that's been developed. Everyone, whether is it the judge or the audiences, are able to actually interact with the presenters. So there's no what I call fixed format in that sense. So I think the flexibility allows people to interact with the audiences and also the presenters much more freely.
Well, I think it's a fantastic event. I think it's a wonderful event that you actually bring, the industry so-called experts here. And what's very, very important is that you're able to actually put case studies, and you're able to question it, and you'll be able to internalize it. And whether you're a judge or you're a participant or even, as a presenter, I think there are a lot of learnings that you can actually get from this, which is quite amazing, really. I think they were all wonderful, wonderful case studies, and you could see that there's a lot of time and effort being put on it. And what is very, very critical, I guess, for all of us in this industry is to ensure that, number one, is that, we've actually thought about the objective for why we're actually doing a particular campaign, and ensuring that that is executed well. And thirdly, that it is measurable, right? That we actually see that the objectives are actually targeted and achieved.
the lineup of the shortlisted presenters was very, very interesting, and it's quite difficult for us to give remarks. Actually, I thought it's going to be an easy job, but it's really, really, really tough for us judges. The landscape of the industry now has changed, so we've seen, based on the case studies out of the 8 that I've sat down today, I've listened to today, there is a shift from the traditional to a new medium and new media and new ways of engaging with consumers. People are, asking questions, and some difficult questions as well. So I think the whole setup of the event is very, very interactive. So I think.